means we're back on the air.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
Woo! Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dan,
I'm Jake.
and we're the Whiskey Watchers, where today we're going to be doing more watching than whiskeying, because today we're going to crack a cold one to the return of what?
Futurama. What about Zoidberg? Zoidberg.
Anyway,
The beatbox version of the Futurama intro by John DiMaggio.
I almost
Damn,
lost
what
half
did
of
you
my
do? We both popped them. What did you do?
I guess I was a little excited.
I guess so. I was too excited that my beer went flat.
Anyway, a childhood favorite, well, actually a whole life favorite of Jake's is returning for what, the third
The
freaking
11th
time?
season, returning for the 1, 2, 3, I think 4th time.
Good
Because
Lord.
you had The Devil's Hands Are Idol's Playthings, and before that, or no, I'm sorry, there was that, and then there was the movie, so the Into the Wild Green Yonder was supposed to be the end. And then the episode, Overclockwise, remembered, where Bender becomes overclocks himself and actually turns into Niagara Falls.
Forgot the hat.
That's fine. And tells Fry and Leela their future through a piece of paper was the ending, and then the ending then, and now there's 2 seasons coming out. There's this season, which is scheduled for 10 episodes, and then there's going to be another one next year for 10 episodes. And all of those episodes' names have been released. There's theories. Like the theory that we're going to see Tiff's kids again, finally.
I still can't get over Kiff's parents just being basically a freaking
Thank you
swarm
for
of...
your kind words.
Yeah, just a swarm of mosquitoes, basically.
Oh, those are flying hookworms, sir. Learn your Futurama facts.
Whatever they are.
First time trying Stone Cold. And it's Stone Cold, baby.
So, El Segundo, Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA.
That is an IPA.
Oh, hell yeah. That's really good.
That is a bitter IPA.
It's good, though. It's nice and refreshing on a summer day.
On a nice warm summer day like it is outside right now at almost 8 p.m. in the evening.
It is kind of late. But anyway, today we're celebrating the return, obviously, of Futurama by talking about a couple of our favorite episodes.
Of Futurama. I'll say that.
While not taking up your entire day. Because this man here could go for hours on Futurama. He's a walking dictionary, of which I've only bested once, with a song that goes... Well, you got a right to pick a little fight with rustlers. Somebody wants to pick a fight with us. They better bite my ass.
Yeah!
Yep. That was the only time I ever bested him in Futurama.
Because I messed up one word.
One word. But I held him to it.
Yeah.
And he still hates it. But that's okay.
Yeah.
So. Where do we go from here?
Well, there are... you can choose the movies. If you're going to do the movie, though, I still call them movies because they were made for TV. They call them the 6th season. To me, they're still the Futurama movies. They have names. They called them part 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I mean, they're movies. If you're going to do one of those, I say use the whole movie. And other than that, use any episode.
Any episode?
Any episode you want for any reason you want. You just got to give it a reason. That's my whole thing behind it.
Okay, so the musician in me is all about the episode. I don't know the title, obviously, because, well, I'm not a walking dictionary, but
The titles are difficult.
where Fry loses his hands in exchange for the devils.
Oh, that's the Devil's Hands Are Idle.
Oh, that is the devil. Okay,
Yeah, that's the original season finale,
so
series finale.
it's one of my favorites. The Holophoner, I think it's called.
Yes.
Yeah, where he is absolutely terrible at it, basically drawing stick figures that just kind of fall apart and are just
grumpy snail that gets too grumpy.
Oh yes, the grumpy snail.
Turns into Frankenstein's monster.
But he goes about writing an opera for Leela to express his love.
I have that saved in my YouTube playlist.
And it just kind of goes all kinds of south, backwards, left, right.
But I can't
sideways.
play anymore.
Yep. But Leela, at the end, ultimately accepts the grumpy snail, I believe.
No, he ends up playing a simplistic ballad but it also does a small rendition of them as the people in the Hall of Famer thing, and it shows like a crappily drawn, like if I tried to draw Fry and Layla of them holding hands, sharing a kiss, and then walking off together into the sunset, and that was the original series finale, which was really nice and sweet, and I can't say it should have ended there because my God, I'm so glad it keeps coming back. As a matter of fact, in what I call it is season 7 in the Futurama technicality, the opening credits, they do that little tagline at the beginning under where it's
it flies into the screen, Futurama this.
Yeah. And the newest in season 7, episode 1, Rebirth, literally, it just says it just won't stay dead.
It just won't stay dead.
Holds true.
It's like bad money. It just keeps coming around.
It's like a pair of cheap sunglasses, according to ZZ Top.
You're not wrong.
So that is a really good episode.
It is. I really enjoy it, not only because of my musical background, just because of what it was.
And then you have me, who chooses it because it is one of my favorite silly episodes and the weird things that happen in it. Insane in the Mainframe. You know which episode that is?
I don't.
Insane in the Mainframe.
Season this, episode this. This.
Insane in the Mainframe is the episode where Fry and Bender both go to the robot insane asylum because the human insane asylum was full of poor people. Your Honor, that facility is full since you declared being poor a mental illness. The only poor people I want to hear about are the poor people that attend to my pores at the spa. Which it took me so long to realize he meant like pores on your skin, like an embarrassingly long time. Like last year, I was watching. I'm like, oh,
I get it now.
I'm almost 30. All right, 28-year-old me was like, oh, okay. So, and then you got Bender's little 2 Lincolns for every Napoleon, so he becomes a Napoleon, and he's faking it the whole time. Sing a little tale about a battle called Waterloo. Bonjour, y'all. All the crew go to visit him, and Bender's sitting there in his Napoleon hat, hand in his chest plate, just sitting there the whole time. Bender, you're here. Help him. Je suis Napoleon. I'm just kidding. I'm not. And he goes right back, cigar, hand in chest plate. And it just Bender, because it also has Roberto. Comes in towards the end and the beginning. Hey, Red! Put water on that plant. Get the door. Actually, I think that might be the first appearance of Roberto. So really? I mean,
there you go.
It's such a good episode. Actually, it is the first episode because that's when Bender finally, Roberto, you old lunatic, how you been? Not bad, not bad. Everybody, get on the ground. This is a stick up.
You ever been stabbed by a sock?
Hey, Red, you ever been stabbed by a sock? It ain't so bad. Yeah, it's and it is it's one of my absolute favorite episodes. Anytime somebody asks me, I always have a hard time debating on what I want my favorite episode to say is, and that's usually one of my go-tos. Just because it is beautifully animated. There's some weird stuff that happens as they're going into the asylum. You'd have to check it out. I'm not going to go into detail because the spoilers on almost 15 years episode. Sorry, like 20 years. And it's just it's one of the classics. It really is. And I noticed that we both picked it from the OG run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the good years.
They were all good years. I mean, you're talking about a show that had 50 years worth of Harvard experience.
They're the most overqualified and underpaid writing staff.
Yeah. What was the writer that said that? I'm going to have trouble thinking of his name. And Ken Keeler said that.
So,
Ken Keeler, the guy who had to write out literal math formulas that way they can make the episode make sense. The episode where they switch brains around and they can't go back. He literally wrote a formula for that
just
episode.
Based for that episode?
Yeah, just to prove that it was possible.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
mathematicians.
There was some speculation, though, around the season coming out and Futurama returning, that John DiMaggio was not returning.
Yes, that was a very scary few months. John DiMaggio saying, no, I'm not coming back. For whatever reason he said, he's just, no. And I'm over here like, what are they going to do? Oh, God, what are they going to do?
He wasn't going to watch it.
Oh, God.
He was not going to watch his favorite show just because John DiMaggio was not a part of it. I
would have asked people how it was before I ever stepped foot into it. I would have been like, I probably, honestly, I say I wouldn't have. I probably end up would have. I just would have been like very critical of it.
Very critical and disappointed because Bender was voiced by some fat dude that probably sounds like me now.
And I mean, the only way they could have really pulled it off is if like they did the whole Bonder thing again. This is Bonder, not Bender.
Bonder, not Bender, or the gender bender.
I know.
Let's not get political. Anyway, and they're bringing back.
This is your new friend, Friender. Hey, pal, I heard your friend Bender was back. What? Really? No, I just thought you'd enjoy that for a moment.
So, aren't they also bringing back Calculon?
Yes, they showed Calculon in the teaser trailer that we're going to watch here in a couple minutes, and I was so happy to see him because Maurice LaMarche is amazing.
Didn't he die like twice?
Yeah, same episode. Nope, sorry. Season, then he died. Next season, they came back, brought him back, died that same episode.
Nice.
Yeah. By the weirdest science ever.
So all of your favorite characters are back. John DiMaggio's back. Calculon is back.
Maurice LaMarche is back.
I mean, everyone's back, including one of my personal favorites, Hedonism Bot.
Oh, yeah. That means Maurice LaMarche does him, too.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to go see him on July 9th.
We're going to see him on July 9th.
Yes.
You're actually going to see him. I'm going to stand back there with a sign that says, "You can do it, buddy. I believe in you."
And I'm going to have me with a poster going, "Oh, yes."
He has a poster hanging in his room of all of the Futurama characters. And was it Jabba the Hutt's palace?
Jabba the Hutt's palace, yes.
And he went and got it signed by the voice actor who voices Hermes Conrad.
Phil
Lamar. And Phil Lamar looked at him and said, "Well, this isn't a Fox licensed product."
Hermes is in it.
Because Hermes is in it.
I'm like, still ripping on Fox. God, I love this show.
So his goal is to get all of the voice actors signed on that poster by a character that they portrayed.
Which is going to be so hard because Frank Welker, I don't think, does Comic-Cons anymore.
Well, you'll have to just maybe
sneak onto his house and have him sign it.
You could send him a letter or something. I mean, weirder things have happened. Like, hey, is there any way I could send you money and this poster to sign it, please, for the love of God?
Yeah, he went to Indie Comic-Con last year, and I did not know that.
Or you would have been there.
I would have been there, yeah.
So
the voice actor for Shaggy and the OG series, plus every animal sound, basically, in Futurama, and the voice actor for Nibbler.
Isn't he the one that, you could... He does like a flock of seagulls and one has a cold or something like that?
Yeah, the theory is... The way it's explained is he is so good at doing animal sounds that he can do a flock of 6 ducks and one of them is sick.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We have a 50-some-odd-second teaser trailer to watch.
Yeah, we're going to watch this teaser trailer, give a short reaction to it, and, then
July 24th, baby.
Oh, gosh.
Left ear.
Yeah, I'm a righty. All right, let's go for it. Futurama. We're back, baby. We're back, baby. Woo!
Robot
Santa.
Calculon. Yeah. Mom's suit got more advanced. That's crazy.
Yeah, it did. She's almost like a Darth Vader kind of thing. Okay, play it again. It's like a 12-second thing.
No, not
Spaceballs. They've gone into
Spaceballs. The reaction image. Son of a bitch.
Technical difficulties, everyone. Okay.
17 seconds.
17 seconds. Just a teaser trailer.
Robot Santa.
Nibbler.
With a weird face.
Yeah, it's almost like a Darth Vader-esque kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah,
so,
I'm actually rather excited for this because...
There is a whole thing, actually. I read this about the... oh my God, if I could spit the word out. The holiday episode. The holiday episode is totally dedicated to Coolio because he did the Hanukkah bot. Or Kwanzaa bot, I'm sorry.
Kwanzaa bot?
He did Kwanzaa bot. And so the entire holiday episode is going to be dedicated to Coolio.
That's going to be so cool.
Yes, I'm super pumped.
Well, I'm for sure glad Futurama's coming back. It shouldn't have left in the first place.
Ecstatic.
I mean, I enjoy South Park and The Simpsons and kind of Family Guy.
I haven't watched Family Guy forever.
Honestly, I've been rewatching Futurama and King of the Hill at the same time, and they're both just kind of doing it for me right now. So
King of the Hill beat out Futurama for an Emmy.
I know.
Yeah. That annoys me so much.
But anyway, We want to thank you all for giving us your time. And again,
Enjoying my show with me.
enjoying his show with him. And, remember, hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment. Help us grow the channel. And we want to thank our sponsor of every video, The Thief Fine Wine, Beer, and Spirits, out of where, Jake?
Walla Walla, Washington, because, man, that is fun to say.
It's so
Walla
fun
Walla,
to say.
Washington.
Walla Walla?
You got to say it really quick. Walla Walla, Washington.
Walla Washington. Walla Walla, Washington.
Walla Walla,
I can
Washington.
barely do it.
It's so much. Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Washington.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, thank you to The Thief Fine Wine, Beer, and Spirits. If you're ever out in Washington State, go check them
Walla,
out.
Washington.
They will give you a crisp high five upon entry. Like that. Our high fives have sucked lately. We had to high five 4 times at work the other day.
Do not talk about that.
It was not fun. Well, actually, it was fun, but it wasn't good.
I love giving people to high fives in kitchens. So they have to change their gloves. If you work in the restaurant, you know what I'm talking about. Do it to people. It's a blast.
It's fun.
Watch them get upset over nothing.
Anyway, we love y'all, and until we drink again, guys, I'm Dan,
I'm Jake.
reminding you to share a beer this time with your friends and family, because much like the episodes of Futurama,
They're not going to make themselves, baby.
yeah!
Woo!